Yeah, I mean, you know what time it is, right? It's tea time. And Vroom? Yeah, yeah. All these people have been in the comments, Vroom this, Vroom that. And I'm willing to bet we're probably about to get a Carvana ad. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I got a little bit of news for you guys today, which I thought was absolutely insane. So we've seen all of the news from all of the different states and the investigative reporters. It's like sharks, man, when there's blood in the water. When reporters see something like that, that's an actual consumer issue, they will fuck you up on the low, all right? And what's going on now is, Carvana's been getting a beating, been getting hammered left, right, and center, right? Well, yeah. Vroom, it's your turn, man. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know if Vroom's a publicly traded company. I haven't shorted their stock like I did Carvana. This is just me keeping it a buck and telling you the news of what's going on. And you figured, this has to happen at like every dealer. Not every dealer, but every company, right? Like these online companies, I'm sure there are several that just have issues, and it's probably par for the course, right? Well, check this out. So this one right here really got me, man. Imagine buying your vehicle, your dream truck, whatever it is, right? And then you wait like 4 months and you still don't have your registration or title. That would drive you nuts, right? Yeah. Well, check this out. That was the alleged problem with a gentleman by the name of Don Coleman. I know it's not a porn name or nothing. That's just actually the dude's name, Don Coleman, legit person, all right? And he was in Kentucky. And another Mississippi resident by the name of Ronald Robinson said they're faced with the car company Vroom. So they got the car in late June, and there's been a temporary tag since, like late August. Whoa, that's a problem. Ever since then, nothing. Coleman tells the News Investigates, which we're going to put their little story in here, that for months he's had issue getting his problems fixed with the car company. Coleman says he was approved by a lender to get his 2018 Chevy Suburban in September. I didn't do anything wrong on the application. He did everything correct. But not long after the vehicle arrived, Coleman said that the company sent him an email stating his finance application was denied. So here's the thing. Once you get approved for a loan, they have each state is different, but the general rule of thumb is they have about 30 days to submit the friggin' paperwork to fund the loan, okay? There's a set amount of time for them to submit that paperwork, and they didn't do it. Coleman says he contacted the state of Texas, where the company has its headquarters. And the second thing everybody told me was, hey, after looking at his entire contract legally in the state of Texas, the vehicle is yours. So let me explain something to you guys, and this is about car dealerships, period, okay? When you sign a contract, okay, once you sign a physical, the buyer's order, the whole nine, and you sign that contract, and you drive off the lot and you've had the vehicle for like 30 days or whatever, that's it. That contract is binding. If they screwed up the financing, you do not have to go back to get refinanced. I don't care what the dealer tells you. That is the law, I think, in all 50 states. But I know for sure it is definitely the law in Texas. It's definitely the law here in North Carolina, Florida, other places that I've been. That contract is binding. That money, the terms, the interest rate, all that stuff now falls back on the dealer. I know you're going to say, no way. Listen, if you buy a vehicle and you don't get a payment book, or they don't tell you to submit a payment after the first 45 days, I'd say after the first 30, show up to the dealership And whatever that a payment amount it was that you agreed to, or whatever it shows in that contract, you stroke a check to the damn dealer. Give it to them. That's it. Now, I know you're going to say, that's not how it works, TK. That's not how it works, TK. That's not how it works. Listen, they have to resubmit you for financing. I've worked in finance for... Eat a dick. All right? Seriously. Choke on it. Because you don't know what you're talking about. You're coming at from the aspect of you worked at a car dealership and that's not how things work. F how you think something works at a car dealership. I'm talking about the effing law. And the law says that that contract is friggin' binding and that dealer has to eat that shit. In some cases, and in some states, a dealer, because that's the thing with Carvana and Vroom, right? That's not a spot delivery. That's a delivery. Which means legally, that guy could say, F you, put a lien on the truck and get the title and not pay shit. And listen, don't think I haven't tried to find this guy's social media. And let me also talk about something else. If you ever have, and if you think what I'm telling you is all cap and that's not really how it works, I want you to go check. And don't just go by what me or other law YouTubers are going to say, right? But I want you to go check out a channel called Leto's Law, all right? Matter of fact, if I get time after I upload it, maybe I'll put a link in the description, but you can type it in. I think it's Lehto Law, okay? That gentleman right there gives you a lot of good, solid facts on automotive contracts. What happens when this happens and this happens. Go watch the channel. I promise it is a wealth of information, okay? Now, that's not where I got the information from this. I know because I had a similar issue on a 2014 Volkswagen CC that I bought brand new. Now, I had a really good relationship with the brand or the dealer because they had a couple of dealerships across the country and I bought all my BMWs from them. So when this happened with the Volkswagen, it was supposed to go through Volkswagen Financial, right? Audi Financial, same company, right? And they didn't submit the paperwork in time. And at the time, I was in Florida. Well, Florida is one of those states. Well, they were like, well, we're going to resubmit you through this company or that company, a different company. And I was getting 0.9% through Volkswagen. Well, no, you're not going to submit me to SunTrust or somewhere else where I'm going to pay 4.9. Or one was 4.9, one was like 3.9, and the other one was whatever. And I know that they were adding points on the back end. I'm not stupid. And I was like, hell no, fuck that. That's not happening. I'm abiding by this contract. So you know what I did at the end of the first 30 days? I walked into the Volkswagen dealership and I cut them a check. Boop. And I took pictures of the check and made a record that I paid them. My contract is with the dealer. It didn't have nothing to do with Volkswagen Financial. They were just the ones that were supposed to take care of the balance and then they would buy that contract. That's how that works. Like they then assume that contract. But being that the Volkswagen dealership I was dealing with didn't do it in time, guess who had to stick it? That's right. That's Volkswagen dealership. And I never financed it back with a bank. I went to that dealership every 30 days and I cut them a check. And it drove them nuts. Not only did it drive them nuts, but this is how I've learned about the different law like Magnuson claims and Lemon law, is I had the car like 4 months. And the DSG transmission was tripping. So much so that they replaced it. Not once, twice in a 4-month period. If you go back here on TK's Garage, you'll see videos where Volkswagen was like kissing my ass. They were giving me company Jettas, not from the dealer. They were like sending me PR cars and stuff to try to make me happy so that I wasn't roasting them about this Volkswagen CC. And anyways, around the time about the third transmission, I said, screw this, I'm done with it. And I hired an attorney from Chicago that handles these matters called Cronin Moss. The reason why I'm getting to this point is once you sign a contract, it's twofold. Once you sign a contract, that contract is valid. That's it. You do not have to go get refinanced with somebody else. If they screwed up, if it's their error, and it's been longer than 30 days and they didn't submit the paperwork, that falls back on the dealer at that point. Period. End of story. Done. And you stick it to them. Because don't get it twisted, if you made a mistake, they would definitely stick it to you. Best believe it. So with Vroom, doing this Mickey Mouse shit. This is the same stuff that we've seen from Carvana. Holding titles, floating titles, selling vehicles that they don't yet own. That is like, and here's the thing. The problem is, at this point, the state attorney generals letting them get away with this shit. So unless you, the consumer, start calling, not the used car motor vehicle division, F that. If y'all don't start calling the state attorney in your state and saying, hey, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Look what this thing is going on. What are you going to do about this? Because the one thing, because the state attorney generals are still politicians, the one thing that they understand are votes. And if they think that they could lose votes for a company, they will sell that company down the damn river every single time. Facts. You know it's true. But anyways, so it doesn't look like Vroom is doing any better. Now, the only thing is there's much less instances of this, but they do have an F with the Better Business Bureau, which is not a good sign. And their customer support sucks. I just tried to reach out to somebody to get a hold of somebody at the company, and no. I will say this though, I did send them an email, and I did get an email back from the company explaining the issue, saying that they had already been contacted by other media and they were going to look into the matter and whatnot. And in fact, let me roll some of the media footage here so you can see what we're talking about.
Customers and Carice, it doesn't seem to be just an isolated case.
Yeah, Marius, through Vroom, you can buy, sell, or trade in vehicles online. It's why the customers say that they were attracted to the company. But the two men we spoke with say the outcome was not what they expected at all.
I'm appalled, really, I'm appalled.
Two men, two cars, same problem.
Because I haven't received any type of registration. I haven't received a title.
I got the car late June, and there's a temporary tag for it when it's like late August. So that should give you an idea of like how long is it expected. So ever since then, nothing.
For months, Kentucky resident Don Coleman says he's had issues getting his problems fixed with the car company Vroom. Coleman says he was approved by a lender to get a 2018 Chevy Suburban in September.
I didn't do anything wrong with the application. Everything was correct on my end.
But after the car arrived, the company sent him this email stating his finance application was denied.
Vroom continued to say it was their fault. They admitted that it was their fault. They said that they did not turn in the financing to the lender fast enough.
He contacted the state of Texas, since that's where the company has its headquarters.
And the second thing everybody told me was that, hey, after looking at this entire contract, legally in the state of Texas, the vehicle is yours.
Roland Robinson says he's also having a hard time getting answers from Vroom.
We just didn't get the title or the bill of sale that came associated with the car. It never showed up.
Not having a title, Robinson says, is causing other problems.
I've definitely had to explain to police officers about the situation that I'm in with my tag.
News 4 Investigates discovered they're not the only customers with issues. Vroom has an F rating with the Better Business Bureau. Customers allege they're not getting the necessary paperwork to get their cars registered, delay delivery in receiving their car, and issues concerning their trade-in.
No matter where you're purchasing your vehicle from, you're going to want to take your time and do your research.
Caleb Nix with our local BBB says before you get the keys, make sure you have everything you need before the company drives off.
Upon delivery of the vehicle, before you sign those final paperwork, make sure that you get your title and registration from the company in person.
Vroom told us they're looking into these cases and gave us a statement saying in part, as consumers turn more and more to buying cars online, we are investing significantly in our people and operations, so every step in getting a customer their vehicle is an experience they deserve. We are committed to working with our customers to solve any issues they have at any point of that process. Something Coleman won't believe until his issue is resolved.
From ethics, morals, business integrity, Vroom should be shut down.
Now, News 4 also filed an open records request with the Texas Office of Consumer Credit Commissioner and found 17 complaints were sent to their office about Vroom this year. We also reached out to the Texas Attorney General's office, and we are waiting to hear back. Tracy? All right.
So there you have it. I mean, I guess none of these online companies are perfect. I've had a lot of people, you guys keep messaging me, but where Randy bought his Tesla from there. Everybody that buys a car from Carvana or Vroom doesn't have an issue. It's just that there's so many that this is a widespread problem. And it's a problem that's been manufactured by the companies themselves because they got sloppy and lazy, thinking that they could just get away with whatever and do whatever the hell they want and break all kinds of laws by just putting tags on other states, on other vehicles. Like, mark my words, and I hope this doesn't happen, but the first time a fatal accident happens in a car that comes from Vroom or Carvana, okay, but we're talking about Vroom today. The first time somebody has one of those cars or one of those paper tags and there's a fatality, I can guarantee you that their insurance company is going to say, oop, nope, not us. That thing wasn't done. That thing was never registered right. The title is not even in the company's name. This isn't our client's car. We're not taking liability for it. And it's going to fall back on Carvana or Vroom. It's going to happen. And it's going to be at that point when something like that happens that then maybe there'll be some public outcry, or it's going to be somebody in a Carvana or a Vroom car that like rear ends a state rep or something like that. And they're going to be like, yeah, I don't even have a registration, dude. My tag's been expired for 4 months and here's my insurance. And their insurance company's going to go, nope. And then a straight rep's going to go, this is bullshit. And then something's going to happen. You know, that's how it works, right? That's really how, that's it. That's how it works. So, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, gets the oil. This is how it works. So very interesting to see that news article again from a different company, this time with Vroom. It's crazy, man. I don't know how these state attorney generals are letting these companies get away with it. It's not cool at all. It really ain't. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you have purchased a vehicle, share this on Facebook. Do me a favor, guys. Share this on Facebook, Getter, Rumble, wherever you're at. Share this video. Because if you bought a vehicle from Vroom and you've had these issues, let me know about it in the comment section down below. Because I want to kind of make these videos on Carvana and Vroom a resource so that the local media in your area can reach out to you directly. So that they can start doing stories and start pounding these SOBs for the, you know, absolute bullshit that they're doing. I think until that happens, nothing's going to happen. Nah, it's going to be funny. In the comments, I'm sure you're going to tell me there was 10 Carvana ads on this video or 3 ads from Vroom. I have no doubt about it. They have no shame in their game, and I think it's hilarious. But there you have it, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Today's video was brought to you guys by Coinbase. Link in the description down below. They're giving away free Bitcoin and several dollars in altcoins. Link in the description down below. Sign up. It is free. There is zero obligation when you do that. Jump in like multiple people from the TK's Garage family have done and get some of your free crypto at Coinbase. Link in the description down below. Well, I'm going to finish my tea because, you know, I like to, you know, this is like the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Carvana and Vroom. You know, you got to know, like, the CEO is like, this son of a bitch, I'm really tired of this motherfucker. you know he's hot, right? They're probably mad as shit, but, you know, I'm just waiting for them to send a response because then I got one of my, you guys know what I'm going to send them, right? Yeah, I got a nice FedEx box all ready to go. With that said, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys very soon on the next one. Peace.